In this video, I want to follow up very much in terms of where I left off. In my last video, I talked about the benefit of setting small, easily achievable goals for yourself to get some real momentum in behind yourself versus those big, lofty, ambitious goals that can oftentimes find themselves more burdensome than they're worth. Now, I hope I've inspired you to set goals for yourself and be ambitious for yourself. But what I want to talk about in this video is something that's come up a lot with the people I'm working with, that when I say, what goals are we going to set for ourselves today? Or what goals are you going to set for yourself? As entrepreneurs, we instinctively think about our careers. We think about our professional lives. And so we start saying, okay, right, we're going to increase turnover. We're going to increase profits. We're going to hire more staff, move into bigger offices, take on bigger markets. And all that stuff is grand. And that's great. And it's important to have. But what I'm amazed about is every time I do that exercise, people forget about themselves. And in our careers, we are our best asset. And so it's important to think personally as well as professionally. Indeed, for me, I really believe that we should look after ourselves all the more. We should prioritize ourselves first, because how we show up in our personal lives has an amazing way of reflecting itself in our professional lives. So long story short, if your personal life is shit, I guarantee that even if your career is great right now, it will nosedive at a certain point. But if your personal life is primed and optimized and great, you will think wholly and totally differently. You will react wholly and totally differently. And I have this saying that I repeat so many times over, that if you're successful in your personal life, success in your professional life will just come as a byproduct. And so in this video, I want to talk about those kind of personal goals. And a key thing that comes up, when people think personally, they'll think, okay, I'm going to diet a certain way, or I'm going to train a certain way, or I'm going to become more structured and disciplined in my personal life. And those all have their merits. And so I'd encourage you to think about them too. But what I want to do is perhaps open your eyes to a few different goals, a few holistic goals that I've set with some of my clients, and they've really, really worked well. And so let me give an example of two. The very first one, every week, I'm going to catch up with an old friend that I might have lost touch with, and I'm going to do something fun, something exciting, something different, not just the usual coffee or lunch, but a bit of an adventure. And the reason I say that as a goal is because it's a goal that you'll enjoy. Indeed, like any fitness goals, gotta help you. A lot of them are really, really challenging. Similarly with diet goals, they're really, really challenging. And of course, the work ones are all the more challenging. But it's not a crime to set a pleasurable, enjoyable goal for yourself. Catching up with an old friend, that's really nice, because oftentimes as entrepreneurs, we detach ourselves from our personal social lives. And doing something fun, something enjoyable, something that we'll really remember, again, that's fun. And I think it's important to inject all the more pleasure into our lives, because as I said, how we are in our personal life has a funny way of complementing how we show up in our professional lives. And also as well, it's important to bring some life to our lives and give reason to work all the more. And as I said, that's a goal that's really, really worked well. The other one really simply could be every week or every month, I'm going to do something outstanding with my partner. Or it could be my partner to be if I'm looking to date somebody. And the reason again I mention that is because oftentimes as entrepreneurs, we lose track of our personal lives, or we take our personal lives or our partners for granted. And so setting a goal like that for yourself is really important in terms of keeping things in balance, really enjoyable, because you're doing something fun and you're hopefully going to have a whole load of fun off the back of it too. And so yeah, this is a really simple, really quick video. But as I said, it's all about, if you're thinking about setting goals right now, and you're thinking obviously about your career, as entrepreneurs primarily do, I really want to help, or I hope that I've inspired you to think a little bit more personally as well. And not just the basic ones that I've talked about, but actually injecting a bit of pleasure and a bit of fun into your ambitions and your goals. Goals should be things that you enjoy, as well as obviously bring and help realize your ambitions. So I hope you enjoy that.